Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the Power BI admin report. Okay. So in the admin report is like as we need to call the REST APIs for specific language of a specific shell scripting task, and we can fetch the details which is available in the Power BI service account. Okay. So in this report we are creating the some Azure level task, like as we need to fetch all the information by using the service principal, not using creating the specific users. We can create one service principal and then we can fetch it. Okay, so information we need to extract. So this basic information, like as how many workspaces are available in the specific Power BI service account, how many data sets are available in Power BI service workspace, how many reports are present in Power BI service workspace, how many times data set refresh in Power BI service workspace. This simple requirement we need to fetch, and we need to store into one specific location or folder. Okay, so those are the steps which one I have added. Okay, so we will go one by one. Okay, we need to create service principal. So what is the service principal? This is like an app registration. Okay, you need to log in like at powerportal.azure.com, and you need to go in Microsoft Intra ID. Okay, in the Microsoft Intra ID there is an option is available, app registration. Okay, so you need to register the app, like you need to create the app, you need to provide the name and then register it. Simple. Okay, whenever the app registration is available, it's automatically available here. This is like an app registration. Okay, then you need to after you have created the app, what is my second point? Once you have registered the app, you need to create the secret for this app. Okay, so what is the secret? The secret is like as you need to open this particular app which is already created right now, and in this particular app we have the client ID, we have the object ID, and we have directory like a tenant ID. Okay, so for this particular app we need to create one secret. Okay, so there is a certificate and secret. You need to click here and then you need to create the secret. Okay, so there is a client secret. You can create it. So which one I have already created. My secret is like a Power BI history, and then please check here. Once you have registered app, you need to create the secret for this particular app. Okay, you need to note secret key values because it's one time visible. What is the secret key value? Whenever you are creating the app, the secret key value is visible. Okay, right now this is masked format, so you need to note it down in somewhere, like in the keyword or any particular notepad, which one you required. Okay, then we need to provide the permission for this app using API permission. Okay, so we need to provide the permission. So this is the permissions. Okay, API permissions. Okay, so right now I'm in the service principal. I have created the secret. I need to provide the permissions. So there is a API permission. This is the major steps you need to follow. Then I need to fetch all the information from the Power BI. Then we can provide the permissions only for the Power BI. So whenever I'm using the add permission, lots of informations are populated here. You can only choose Power BI service, then delegated permissions, and then all the permissions are available here. Please check it. So how many permissions, which one I have provided? I'm showing you 1 second. I have provided the dashboard read access only, dashboard read access only, then data set read access only, then report read access only, then workspaces read access only. Okay, those particular details I need for the fetching the information by using the REST API. Okay, then apply, then it's automatically created. Then you need to grant the admin constraint. Okay, means we need to provide the admin access to this particular services which is in the service principal. That is the reason you need to add the permissions. You need to grant the permission. It's automatically green signal here. Okay, so those are the permissions you need to provide. This is the major steps you need to follow right now. Okay, so please check here. We need to provide the permissions for this app using API permissions. Add below sample permissions. Okay, those are the sample permission we have provided in our service in for our service principal, and grant the permissions. Okay, then how you have now you have tenant ID, app ID, and secret key. Okay, so you can go to the overview. You can note it down which one? Tenant ID. So tenant ID is available here. You can note down because we need to log in this particular PowerShell command for this particular Power BI service using the service principal. That is the reason we need the basic requirement tenant ID, then app ID, this particular application ID, and this secret. Okay, this secret value, which one we have already stored, because right now this is a masked format. Okay, those three details we need to for login using the PowerShell for Power BI service account. Okay, then create one security group. Why we need to create the security group? Because we need to provide the permissions in admin tenant. So that is the reason we need to create the security group. So we have right now we have handy for the Power BI app registration. This is like a service principal. We can calling it a service principal. So right now we need to create the security groups. So there go to the here. Go to the groups, okay, and then create new group. In the new group, you can only call the not a Microsoft 365. You can call the security groups. You can provide the name, description, and then members. Okay, in the particular members, you can click here and you can call your service principal name. So what is my service principal name? I can go back, and what is the service principal name? App registration, dataset refresh history is my service principal name. You can create the group, then new group, and then suppose my group name is ABCD, then I need to call the secret. So dataset, okay, dataset refresh it. You can call it, you can select it, and then create the security group. Okay, create the security group. So right now I have one security group, which one is documented right now. So create one security group, that is the name is Power BI API. So right now I have one security group. What is my already available service principal name? Let me show you. This is dataset refresh history, my service principal name. And what is my security group? My security group is Power BI API. Whenever I am click here, so this particular members, okay, in the members I have already available dataset refresh history. Okay, this is my service principal name. So this one. So create one security group, name is Power BI API. This is your name. Okay, and in the member add above created service principal name. Which one is service principal name right now? Dataset refresh history. Okay, so this is for all the details you need to create in portal.azure.com. Okay, then you need to go app, you need to log in app.powerbi.com. Okay, Power BI service, and you need to add some information here, which one is already created in Power BI Azure portal.azure.com. Okay, whenever it's already login in my system, okay, you can go to the setting and then open the admin portal. Okay, in the admin portal, what is the steps we need to follow? Please check it. Go to the admin portal, search developer setting. Here we need to search developer setting. It is developer setting. In the developer setting, we need to enable service principal use fabric API. This option is we need to enable. It's by default is disabled. We need to enable it, and then we need to click here. Okay, specific security groups, and then we need to call this particular group, which is a security group Power BI API, because in this particular Power BI API we have created the member is available in our service principal. So that is the reason we cannot call service principal directly here. Okay, that is the reason we can call security group. Okay, so this is the security group and you need to click on apply. Okay, so this is our step. Which one? Go to the admin portal, search developer setting, enable service principal and use fabric API. This option is, and then we need to call the security group in the text box. Okay, then you need to go workspaces. Suppose my workspace is a sample workspace, and you can provide the access for this particular security group in manage access role also. Okay, so what is the manage access? What is my security group? This one, Power BI API is my security group option. So you need to call it here, add peoples and Power BI, this one. Okay, Power BI API we can call it, means we can provide the roles for the specific workspace, because we need to fetch the information for the specific workspaces. You can provide all of the workspaces. It's automatically captured all the informations also. But right now I'm using the only for the one workspace. This is a sample workspace. Okay. So those are the settings you need to add for creating the service principal, then security group, and then you need to add the security groups in manage access as well as the tenant setting like an admin portal. Okay, then we can create one. I have already created one PowerShell script for how to fetch the informations. Okay, so this is the PowerShell script. So right now I'm explaining it. First of all, you need to install two models in PowerShell script. Install module /name Microsoft Power BI Management and Management Workspace. This particular two models you need to install it. Then what I am mentioning here, we need to tenant ID, app ID and secret key. Okay, so this is my tenant ID, this is my app ID and this is a secret key. Okay, so then we can provide the password. Okay, so password is like a convert to string and secret. By secret through we need to log in. And then credentials like a new object management automation PS credentials. This is the app ID, which one is parameter is created here. App ID is password. Okay, the password is like a secret. By secret through we are creating the password and then app ID as it is. Okay, then we need to connect the Power BI service account by using the service principal. Okay, using the service principal dash tenant ID. It's tenant ID already created here, tenant ID, and then credentials. Credentials is like a all the creds. Okay, so those are the creds. Creds is like a app ID and password, which one we have created. Then we need to create the token. This is like the bearer token. It's automatically created backend side in PowerShell. Okay. So bearer token, we need to create the Power BI API access token. So this is the token is compulsory required because this is the post method we are calling. Okay. Then we can add one folder like this is a log based folder. Okay. So this is my by default folder here. It's automatically created the CSV files. Then write this particular host is like I am only for the providing the some labels. Okay, which particular scripts are running. Okay, so this is the workspace API calling, REST API, get Power BI workspace, and in the Power BI workspace we need all this particular information like as select ID, name, type, this particular workspace ID, name, type. Okay, read only or that kind of thing. Then same type of the things are available for the data set. Okay, this is the label like as exporting the data set. Then log base. Okay, this is the log base. Okay, and then a dataset.csv. This is my file format, CSV file format. And then here, so here we need to use the for each loop. Why for each loop? Because whenever we are calling REST API for dataset, we need to compulsory provide the workspace ID. Whenever we are calling the dataset details, we need to compulsory provide the workspace ID. So workspace ID, we have like as one or more workspaces are available. So that is the reason. Suppose all the information fetched for the particular workspace, it's automatically go to the second workspace ID. So that is the reason the for each loop is available. So I have fetched all the like workspace IDs here, and by using the for each loop, this particular REST API get Power BI dataset, I call the workspace and workspace ID is the parameter. Okay, and then in this particular parameter, this is for the dataset parameters. Okay, workspace ID, workspace name, dataset ID, dataset name, dataset author. This particular details are dataset details. Okay, so suppose there is the one workspace. For example, let me show you. In this particular sample workspace, I have different data sets. Okay, there is a filter semantic model. Those are the data sets. Okay, so those are the details are captured already. Then I need to directly go to the another workspace. Suppose there is a data engineer workspace, and this is a data engineer workspace. I have different also semantic models. So I need to fetch these particular things also. Okay, so that is the reason I have used a for each loop. Okay, and then all the information we need to capture in the CSV format. Okay, then go to the reports. Okay, same type of the things you can create dashboards also. In this particular script, I have not used the dashboard details. Okay, I have only captured like a workspace, then data set, then report details. Okay, in the report details, this is the same. Whenever you are fetching the all the informations from the workspace and under the workspace, how many reports are available, then you can provide workspace ID also. Okay, so same this particular script is available only data set replaced to the report, and those parameters it's provided for only for the workspace. Okay, and you can log the information in CSV format. Then our main point is like as our refreshed details. Okay, how we can call the refreshed details. So suppose there is a one data set. So how many times this particular data set is refreshed? Okay. So in the particular data sets, we can call this particular invoke Power BI REST API REST method. In the refresh, we need two parameters. Okay. There is a workspace ID which is coming from the data set, and there is a data set ID is coming from the data set. Okay. Those two parameters we need to use. So there is a URL. How the URL is created? Groups is like as the workspace, then dataset. Coming from the dataset ID, there is a workspace ID, then dataset. This is a dataset ID, and then the refreshed. Okay, this is a continuously URL is created, and then we can call the URL by using this get method. This is a URL we can call here, and then here we can provide the details like what is the start time, what is the end time, what is the refresh type, that kind of thing, and then we can log the information here. Okay, and then write host secret complete. And this is like as only for the labels which one I have provided. Okay, so in this particular I will provide this particular code, sample code to you. Okay, in a particular comment box. Okay, and then let me show you how the files are created. Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, so please check here. So first is a workspace. So what is a workspace? My sample files is created in the workspace. This one, these details are created. Workspace ID, name, workspace name, workspace type is a workspace, read only for that kind of thing, capacity ID, all the things. Okay, let me open another one. There is a data set. Okay, so this is the data set. So in the data set, we have workspace ID same. This is a sample workspace ID. There is a workspace name also. All the data set IDs are captured. All the data set names and who is the author. Okay, for this particular specific data set. And then is refreshable or not, and is on premise gateway is required or not. That kind of thing is captured. Then I will fetch one more thing like as reports. Okay, so this is the reports. In the report there is a workspace ID is same, then workspace name, this is the report IDs, this is the report names, and this is the each and every report URL, and then report dataset ID means which particular dataset is available for this report ID, that kind of thing. Okay, then this is a major thing is like as our dataset. Dataset refreshed. Okay, so this one, please check here. So those are the details: workspace ID, workspace name, dataset ID, dataset name, by when this particular dataset is refreshed, by when this dataset refreshed is completed, and this completed is successfully or failed status, like this is scheduled to refresh or in its full schema refresh, that kind of thing. Gateway offline, because of the gateway offline, this particular dataset refresh is failed. So those are the like as the admin details we need to create. So this is like as an admin report. So I will provide all this particular script in the comment box. You can check this and you can create at your side also. Okay, then have a great day all of you. Thank you.